Sometimes the reason why you're scared of walking away is because you're counting what you have already lost. Yeah. Have you ever stayed somewhere you were no longer happy simply because you had already invested too much to leave? Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a friendship, maybe it's a business, maybe it's a career, maybe it's even a dream you've been chasing for years. And you know deep down that it isn't working anymore. But then you keep saying, I've already spent too much. I've invested so much. I've given too much. We've been together for too long. I've done so many sacrifices. I've invested too much money. I can't just start all over. You keep thinking of things you've put in the relationship, and that is how the sunk cost trap keeps keeping people stuck. You're still stuck in that one place because of what you've invested. Now let me explain something that changed the way I looked at decisions. What you have already spent is gone. Trust me. The money is gone. The years is gone. The energy is gone. The opportunities you missed are gone. But then something that is no longer right from you doesn't bring any of it back. That you've invested so much in it doesn't bring it back. It only gives you another bill to pay. And sometimes we keep making the same mistake because we are desperate to prove that the sacrifices weren't for nothing. We keep thinking back, still holding on to the sacrifices. My dear, listen. You don't have to keep suffering just to justify what you've suffered before. You can admit, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this isn't working anymore. Maybe I outgrew this. Yeah, maybe I need to change direction. And sweetheart, that is not failure, that is wisdom. Now let's give an example. Imagine you spent 500,000 naira on a business that keeps losing money. It could be a bet, it could be, I don't know, whatever, but we're using business for this. And you said, because I've already put 500,000 naira into it, I can't stop now. Yeah, sunk trap again. But the 500 is already gone. Let's be realistic. So now the real question is, if you had that 500,000 today and knew everything you know now, would you still invest in that business again? Will you still invest in that relationship again with everything you know now? So why are you willing to put more? This is not just about money. It could be career, it could be relationship, anything. So sometimes you're not the one protecting the relationship, you're not the one protecting the years you spent in it. You're not protecting the dream. You're only protecting the version of yourself who believe it will work. That's that imagination you've already have. And you're not staying because it's still good for you. You're staying because living will force you to admit that it wasn't. But then it's clear that it wasn't. Sweetheart, the truth is your past investment does not create an obligation for your future. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to walk away. You are allowed to start all over again. You are allowed to choose differently with the information you have today. And please remember this: walking away from something that is no longer working doesn't mean your investment was worthless. It doesn't mean you're the problem. Maybe it taught you something. Just think back. Maybe it strengthened you. Maybe it's preparing you for something better. Maybe it showed you what you don't want. Let's look at it this way. Okay, maybe it gave you an experience that you will use somewhere else. So stop asking how much have I already lost. Stop asking how much more am I willing to lose if I stay. Because sometimes the bravest financial decision, relationship decision, or life decision isn't fighting harder. Sometimes it's knowing when to stop. Yes, knowing when to stop because you're costing yourself more. So please don't let the cost of your past become the price of your future. You don't have to keep paying for a mistake just because you already paid for it. Never let the cost of your past become the price of your future. Do not allow sunk cost trap to trap you all your life when you can do better. I know how it feels investing so much and you just can't let go because you keep thinking of the things you've invested. But, sweetheart, it's time to let go. Maybe you just need to start over again and trust me, you'll get it right. Yeah, I get it. You've invested already and you just can't let it go. But can't you see it's costing you more?